Yeah, sorry, it is of course the day after the fact, and we're going to start your reading now. Today's a very hard day for me. It's the 15th of October and it's of course 2022. But the 15th of October is a really hard day for me every year for the past 18 years because it's the day my nana passed away. Every year I do a bit of a remembrance thing, but every year, no matter how hard I try, it affects me greatly and it puts me into a very upset state, blistered with moments of reminisce, which are filled with happy and those mistful tears. This year it is our 18th year of passing, and as classic style, I'm having actually a really bad one this year, probably one of the worst from memory, because I had someone start a massive argument with me first thing this morning, and it broke me, to be honest, people. But I'm going to get my head out of my slump. I really don't want to be on film, so I'm not going to be doing that. But I just did want to speak briefly for a moment. Today I'm doing, especially this Leo reading, as she was a very prominent, proud Leo, my nan. This is in loving memory and dedication to my nana, who is, of course, no longer with us. She passed away 18 years ago today. I want you to know more than anything that I do not have a day go by that I do not think, reminisce, love, and remember you, Nan. You were my biggest support in this world and in the next. And I've never felt that you have not been with me even since the day you left this plane. I love you, and I know I will see you again. It's just the waiting around for that time to come that's got me a little bit down in the dumpies like it has today. But it gives me the opportunity to remember you, all the good things that you've done for me, and how much I truly do love and miss you. So to my beautiful Nan, to CEM, to Constance, we remember you today, my darling. I know that we all love you. You'll never be forgotten. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so let's move forward now with We May. So we are going to do a Celtic Cross standard placement, as we always do. I will explain these placement meanings to you, then I will go through and clarify these placements for you. I do this so we get an extra dimension there of more specifics out of the generalized messages that we start with, so you can work out whether this is a resonating reading for you today or whether it is best to put that back to sender, and so on and so forth. So Leos, I hope you have a wonderful October 2022. I do extremely apologize for the fact that it is so late. I wanted to do the live readings for this month, but I honestly was aiming way too high. I was already behind, and to put a whole nother plate of genre on my dish was just ridiculous. But it is not getting sinned, it's just getting delayed. We are going to start it for November month. So the lives with my brilliant once in a lifetime ever idea, it is still going ahead. It's just going to start in November month. Okay, so the first weekend of November, get that penciled in. It will be either the Friday, Saturday night. We will be live for the weekly. The weekly will be back, and it'll be done unlike any other tarot reading you've ever seen before. Stay tuned. All right, Leo. So let's bog down the buggy. Let's boot out our booty, and let's bust out another bitch of a baggie, and let's booyah while we see what's coming in for your October month of 2022. Thanks, guys. Here we go. Okay, Leo, let's not dilly or delay any longer. Let's hit this bad boy and find out what's coming in for October 2022, the main monthly for my luscious Leos. Placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury, baby. So you got Leo and any of those big 5 big buggers, then you're in the right luscious Leo. If not, check out all your placements, no matter what they are and where they fall. We've got a little bit of everything in all of us. Well, most of us. This Queen of Swords. If anyone has the Gilded Tarot or the Gilded Tarot Royal, and they have a deck that's been disbanded, and they have a Queen of Swords in there that's in good condition, can they please send it to me? I'll give them a PO box that they can send it to. and I'll buy it off them because this deck is fine, but the Queen of Swords is absolutely stuffed and I'm just sick of it. So I will happily buy a Queen of Swords from the Tarot Royale or the gilded version, I don't care which version of it is. This is just the normal gilded tarot. It's not the Royale, but that's fine. I will take the Royale if that's what you've got, like an old deck that's going to get sin binned, chucked away because it's not been overused and abused. I just want your Queen of Swords, baby. If you could lend me a Queen of Swords, oh mate, she would be chuffed. But until now, I love this deck. I haven't used it so long, obviously, because there's no fucking Queen of Swords. But I just really want to use this deck today for some reason. It's calling out to me, but that Queen of Swords drives me nuts. It's hard to shuffle, and it makes a mess of the whole deck. Because of one bloody card that my son ate. That's why I fold it up like a freaking pretzel. Alright, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and... oh, what now? Okay, let's get into this now and do Leo's main monthly for October 2022. I did just want to make a dear note that this is, of course, in remembrance of someone very important to me. Today's episode content is being brought to you in loving memory of my nana that passed away 18 years ago today. So we do remember her with all love, light, and fondness today. So to my loving Nancy and Constance, forever in our hearts, never take us away, we don't think. So let's begin. She was a proud girl. And check out what's coming in for your October 2022. We're going to do what we always do. Celtic cross, stand placements, explanations, re-go through, clarify again, re-explain. Do all that to get more info for you people. So you can work out whether this is or whether this is simple. Simple. Okay, Leo, let's keep this in the another reading. Find out what's going on for October 2022. Monthly for you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury. Same as always, guys. We've got Leo in those 5 placements. Now, okay, so I said these placements as well as 4 placements. Also, just wanted to make a special note. I did want to start the live special videos coming in October. I bit off more than I could chew. I was already delayed with the October readings, and then to think I could put a whole nother pile of fucking food on my plate was ridiculous. So obviously no. But it's not getting skittled, it's just getting pushed back. It will start in November. But the first live will be happening on Halloween. So it's scheduled for 10 past 10. But it might go earlier, it might go, there'll be an earlier video regardless of the day when the kids are dressed up, because I doubt they'll be up that late on Monday night. So that's okay. So let's find out what's coming in for Leo now that we've got all shut out of the way. Leo please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, placements of the sign Leo. October 2022, main monthly Celtic cross placements for sign Leo. Let me know down in the comments down below what's your Leo placement. What's your prominent Leo placement? And what do you think of it? Is it a good placement, a bad placement? Is it a soul? Is it in detriment? Is it you know? How's that work for you? Let me know. Anyway, this is thinking about it. There we go. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Ladies are thinking about it. Slightly new setup, slightly new way of doing things. Major so far, so only major, full stop. The only major so far.
is outsiders of you, and that is the sign of Gemini. It is inverted. It is the only major. So that tells me straight away that this is going to be a pretty monotone, very slow and steady, not really big issue month, except for the fact we've got 2 6s here and 2 10s. Now these 10s are both upright as well, so this is a completion of cycle. It is 2 very prominent positions too, which is your challenge, the thing that you're going to have to face and deal with throughout the month of October, but also your outcome. 2 queens here at the top and tail. Knight sitting very prominently up the top, and I feel like that's where you're fixed at, that's what you're driving to. At the Knight of Pentacles, that's because your current energy is a pentacle, the past energy is a pentacle, you know. It's like you're working meticulously on that, and the challenge is a pentacle. It's like pentacle, 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 pentacle. Well, we start at the beginning, what we always do. Well, actually at the bottom of it. Handling energy for the month of October, the Leo so far, 4 of Swords. Pulling back our energy, pulling back our thought, pulling back ourselves. Taking to tomb, taking to coffin, completely exiling ourselves out. This is a state of respite, repose, replenishment, but most of all, to renegotiate oneself, mind, decision. Perspective is where this is at, your perspective, and being isolated to the point where you can not only understand what your perspective is, but you can see it as well before putting actions place to therefore do what needs to be done to enforce or bring in this idealistic ideal. Let's check out the placements now. Okay, Leo, let's step dance through it now for your October. So your current energy coming into the reading, coming into October. Okay, Leo, here we go. Let's go dance through it now. Okay, Leo, let's explain these placements of yours now. So the current energy coming into the reading, coming into October. Supporting. Ow. 5 of Pentacles reverse. So we're dealing with some real big issues here, especially around monetary, material, especially housing maybe, or just the security of the home. Sorry about that. And monetary is not in the place we want it to be. If anything, we feel like we're actually gone bankrupt. We're feeling very destitute, very pauperish, very unstable. But with the 5 of Pentacles reversed, unlike in its upright counterpart, we're looking forward from that devastation at the moment. We're looking to ideas, new inventions or ways of changing this, and we're doing so with a glass half full mentality, very positive. We're looking towards the, away from the current into the futuristic, with head held high still, even if we feel like we've been kicked in the pants. Now there is a chance, this could go 50-50. I feel like it's going to come in good, but it's going to take longer than expected. So whatever this idea is that you're trying to bring forth now, just make sure you've got a longer time frame than what you were probably expecting. Add an extra third to it, I'm hearing. I know it's not the best advice that everyone wants to hear, but I do think it would help you if you would take that into accountability when looking at this, at the longevity. Otherwise you might get snagged a little bit. Next position, Leo, your challenge, thing you need to face, deal with throughout the month of October, your big ticket thing is that of another pentacle. It is the 10 of Pentacles. This is really coming to the point of safety and security within the home and not needing or wanting for anything in that regard. Money is good, there's a lot of richness here as well as respect within the home and the connections there be of the partnerships within it, whether that's your parents, with your children, with your partner, blah, blah, blah. It's very rich, it's very deep. There's a sense of ancestral roots here and inheritance through that fact. High praise and real respect here amongst the family itself, as well as the bricks and mortar for the house, as well as the penny and the dollars in the bank. It's that trinity of booyah. For you though, this is your challenge. And that's to find that, what that truly is for you. How much money really will bring you that satisfaction? How much deep sentiment with your family would really bring you that reaction? And how much bricks and mortar would make you feel safe and secure. How much is that for you, Leo, to bring you to that point of booyah? Crowning the reading, hanging at the forefront of it all, the subconscious level of your mind's eye, another pentacle. Now it's the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of the suit. Oh, this individual, he rides long, heavy and slow, but he brings so much richness with him because he's constantly assessing and maneuvering and methodically planning and seeing and adjusting as he travels. He rides this big, beautiful, heavy-handed stag, big horse, not made to show jump or run or overly pretty, even though I must say they are the most beautiful horses, I believe. But they're there to get the fucking job done, excuse my French. But to grit and pull that wagon and haul that heavy ass shit. Most of the time they do pull heavy earth and shit. Tons more than their weight. These horses are there to pull heavy earth, and like its namesake here, the pentacle, which is earth energy. It doesn't matter how long it takes us. Years is the time frame usually for the pentacle night. It will come in. By God, it will. Because hell have no fury or fire or devotion or sentiment like the pentacle. Earth will always eventually come in, and it will just, it is everything. The root of the reading now, the foundation by which it's all growing from, and what do you know? We're out of pentacle for now. We have a 6. We have the 6 of Wands for the root of everything. 6 of Wands is that of congratulatory energy, that of coming back from war and getting that sentiment and pats on the back from everyone, your constituents, the crowd, your family, having that resonating feel of conquest, triumph, but also of inclusion and real part of being coming home, real sentiment, and you being really the it'll be all on show, all about you. Past energy leaving you now still prevalent, Leo, and it's another 6 pentacle. 6 of Pentacles in the past energy. So this is equal give and take, trying to have equality here, especially around monetary or materialism. I feel like from the outside it may have looked like that, but inside it was very much digging, pushing pennies, begging for your equalness, or it wasn't all as it seemed. Moving forward from that was a lot of unhappiness indeed, because now we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Leo. Shh. The Ace of Cups reverse is that of unhappiness, loss of joy. Nothing can hold within this cup, it falls out. Moving forward with that Ace of Cups reverse is a real sense of a very unhopeful outlook. It being very, very undesired. Nothing is attaining or bringing in any joy or sentiment here. Everything's like just empty, dismissive, dull, not worthy. Advice from Spirit for you, Leo, for the month so far is Queen of Wands reverse. Don't be unavailable throughout the month of October. If people need you, show up. Don't be all talk and no action. Don't have the best of intentions, but just never follow through. Show up. Be there, be accountable, but also be a support system. Get desire to be your desire, to be around others, and let their desires come in rather than your own. Try to be too egotistic during the month of October. Outsider's view of you, Leo, and your situation, not necessarily what's going on, it's just what they see. Outsider's view of you October is the Lovers reverse, like I said, Gemini's major. Someone that's not been very lucky in love, if anything. It's probably really been at the detriment. Someone that's maybe a hopeless romantic, or always in a situation where they are uncared for, mistreated, non-equal, non-compatible, and not good. Hopes and fears, Leo, month of October. Queen of Cups, being very warm, invested, but very intuitively guided, very connected, very understanding through the emotion and through the intuitiveness, through feeling it through literally like vibrations in water. Coming across very sincere, but also very well spoken. Very, very smooth, seductive. Outcome, Leo, so far, the month of October. It's a 10. It's the 10 of Cups. Brilliant. Happiness in the connection of love, family, sentiment, and real joy, real love, real completion. 10 Cups. Finding the Eero, the Holy Grail, the winner, chicken dinner, billa bing bing bong. Don't need to search anymore, I've already found it. Yeehaw. The bonanza. Bonanza. Wow. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too, my darlings? I'm too scared to clarify, but we've got to do it, so let's check it on down and make it happen. Okay, Leo, I've just pre-shuffled your cards. Let's go through these and clarify the placements now so we can get them placements down on the board. So your current energy. Right. Just leaving trouble behind this. Current energy, we had that 5 of Pentacles reverse. Please clarify the current energy for October for Leo, the 5 of Pentacles. Why is the 5 of Pentacles reversed here for Leo's current energy for October 2022? Judgment reverse, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. So I'm taking both. Your challenge for the month, Leo, is that 10 of Pentacles. Why is this? Challenge the 10 of Pentacles. Please clarify the 10 of Pentacles, please. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here for Leo's challenge for October 2022? Clarify the 10 of Pentacles, please. You have to be very patient, I feel, throughout the month. It's going to be a real tedious task. 2 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, it's Pentacle energy. Crowning the reading had that Knight of Pentacles, so let's clarify. 10 of Swords, well there you go, another 10 coming through too. The root of the reading, we have the 6 of Wands, so let's clarify that 6 of Wands now please at the root of the reading for Leo. Why is the 6 of Wands here? Clarify the energy of the 6 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles reverse, again more Pentacle energy, it's all Pentacles up in here. Past energy, the 6 of Pentacles. Let's clarify the past energy, the 6 of Pentacles. Why is that 6 of Pentacles here? The past energy. 6 of Pentacles. Sorry, dinner time. Getting close to the end of the bowl. 6 of Pentacles, past energy for Leo. Why is that 6 of Pentacles here? Okay, that's a lot. Ace of Cups reverse, 5 of Cups. 7 of Wands reverse, 10 of Pentacles reverse with a Knight of Pentacles reverse. That's a lot, but that's a bold and beautiful storyline just there of like a Brooklyn Ridge situation. Let's move forward from that. I just realised something. Yeah, I get you now. Okay. Spirit's saying that Ace of Cups reverse because that's the forward movement energy. The 5 of Cups with 7 of Wands reverse is past because it moves on from there. And then you should still Ace of Cups reverse and then moving from that is the 10 of Pentacles reverse with the Knight of Pentacles reverse. The storylines are exactly linked. It's the same cards to tell you the story. Alright, the spirits of us, speaking of which now, the Queen of Wands reversed. Let's clarify that position now. Four of Swords reverse, Four of Swords underlying energy. Outsider's view of, outsider's view, of Leo for the month is the Lover's reverse. Let's clarify the energy of the Lover's reverse. Why is the Lover's reverse, please? The outsider's view of Leo's October. Clarify the energy of the Lover's reverse, please. The Hanged Man and the Ten of Wands, another 10. Hopes and fears. Queen of Cups, the Tower. And finally, the outcome for Leo's October, Ten of Cups. Let's clarify this outcome for Leo's October 2022, Ten of Cups. It's the Hermit in reverse with the Nine of Cups. Wow. Good Lord.
Can I draw something?
Yes, darling.
Like a.
Oh, that's, hang on. No.
Now
Excuse
look
me,
at
no.
dot.
Okay, Leo, let's go down back through it. So the underlying energy we had in that clarifying deck was the Emperor reverse, which of course is Aries major. And on the first deck, the Four of Swords. Major kind of here coming in inverted with this Four of Swords. Pulling back, going into state of respite, repose. The reason though is not necessarily to get mental clarity, it's because you're feeling very weak-willed. You've lost your commanding strength. You don't actually have an answer to how to deal with this. You just know that you've got to regather your senses and your perspectives, but you just don't know what you can do to move forward beyond. You're really at a fork in the road, but there is no fork because it's just a dead end. You're struggling, grasping at straws, trying to come up with ideas. I feel like there is a real sense of just everything falling through your hands. The Chariot reverse underneath that, Emperor reverse, Cancer's major, Aries major, two majors, they're both inverted. I feel like with this Four of Swords it's more hopeful though, because underneath that is Judgment. I feel like clarity will come in the form of mental clarity of judgment when you go to the sense of respite or repose. It will enlighten you, it will give you some sort of ulterior idea, perspective, decision that you hadn't already realised, thought about or considered, and this is going to be the pinnacle of the epiphany. You know, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. There are lots of cards in these placements that clarified, like when I see some of them, it goes crazy. So a lot wanted to be said, and there are so many synchronicities. And how I just said Judgment was underneath that card. Judgment reverses here. There's lots of synchronicities here, especially with the tens, the Nine of Pentacles, that Four of Fours came through, heavy swords. So much. The Pentacle energy is incredible. I think every placement pulled a Pentacle somewhere. Like your current energy. Five of Pentacles reverse, Judgment reverse, Three of Pentacles. Like crazy energy here. Five of Pentacles reverse, Judgment reverse, Three of Pentacles. Sorry. Leo, thank you for being so patient. I'm going to explain the clarified placements now for your reading. It's a little bit quieter now, thankfully. It's a little bit earlier. Okay, so Leo, these underlying energies in case I got a little lost in translation and time travel. We actually have that Four of Swords with the Emperor reverse and the Clarifier. Pulling back, stay at respite, repose. I feel like this is not just mentally but also physically. Really taking to tomb, pulling back to the point of non-existence, not just mentally but physically as well. The Emperor reverse coming behind that, it's a sense of knowing we're too weak-willed here to make the right decision or to follow through to get the outcome. Throwing our hands up going like, holy fucking shit, what are we gonna do? We gotta make some action here on no balls. Lost our will, lost our strength, we've lost our backing of self, lost our confidence, lost our ability to command, control, authorize, to lead. You don't know what to do. So you're hoping this respite, repose, replenishment will reassure the things that are discombobulated and put them neatly into a combobulated course of action before this state of respite and repose is over. Now you gotta do something but you don't know what to do. Stressing out a bit about it too, I reckon. But then again, who wouldn't be? Leo, you're currently coming into October. We had initially that Five of Pentacles reverse. This was then clarified by the Judgment in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles reverse is dealing with some real dealing with some real desolation. Dealing with some real big issues. But trying to look forth from this moment forward with the glass half full mentality. It's like, it is what it is. We've got to have the right attitude, bringing in some new ideas here, bringing in some new. And I like that. Judgment in reverse coming behind that though says judgments really aren't going to go in your favour. If anything, it's like being made an example of. There's a lot of bias and bigotry severity here in the judgment, as well as the penalty of that, therefore. Being made an example of, being really dragged over the coals, so to speak. Really being led to the gallows in many ways. But with the Three of Pentacles coming in after that, I'm seeing some sort of collaboration as what's going to be your saving grace in the current moving forward. This collaboration, this idea, invention, something hands-on, I feel like, is not going to just bring in a lot of richness through the connections of the people that you're working with for this collaboration, because you all have a hand in this end result. It's also, of course, the monetary that comes from that. This is going to be worth a bit of chunky change, and you will get your fair piece of the pie. things are good, communication's good, getting along really well with people, there's a real understanding, like words don't need to be said, we just are on that same wavelength, you know. And that's working really good. It's pulling you out of this judgment and reversing this Five of Pentacles, you know, trying to have the hopeful outlook, always being made to pay the cost for it. But then there's this opportunity, this desired outcome. Maybe it's something that was desired to begin with, but now that it's happening and it's bringing in this fruitfulness, it's now desirable. This is good. This is very good. Now the challenge. Crossing the obstacle issue. I think you're going to have to face and deal with. We had multiple many. As usual. So much fucking pentacle energy, Leo. We started initially off with the Ten of Pentacles. This was clarified with the Two of Wands, King of Pentacles reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles reverse. I have 4 cards, 3 of Pentacles. The first one is the completion of the cycle, the 10. So let's start there. The challenge, 10 of Pentacles. Finding that security, safety, ancestral through the home, like the bricks and mortar, as well as the relationships therefore in it, including your ancestral and inheritance line, getting that all up to really developing an even more richness of deepness, of connection, of security and safety. Going much deeper. Two of Wands. This is seeing the idea of what we wanted in the beginning and the reality of it now, and it's living, breathing, moving fully. Goodness. And looking at that idea in your hand, and then looking at the reality of what the idea was meant to inspire, to create. Fork in the road. Are they one and the same? You're questioning. Is this what I really desired? Is this the envisionment, the art come to life? Or is this an absolute abomination? Do we need to course correct here? The King of Pentacles reverse. Oof. The corrupt beast, the WhatsApp app scammer, the Ponzi schemer, shit kicker that's in the lair somewhere with his donut and 3-day old coffee, ripping off millions, billions of people with just a click and a swish of a button on a 5-number ID. I don't know what it's like where you're from at the moment, but here where I am, so many security breaches at the moment, massive companies. I could tell 4 this week alone that have been hit. Massive data breaches and personal information and privacy going just loopy this week here in Oz. Ever since the big one about 2 weeks ago, it's all gone down shit skids hardcore down here with the privacy issues of big companies at the moment, and they're being hacked. And this is kind of like that for you. So let's recap what we've got so far. The challenge is trying to find that happiness, that ancestral richness, security through that, and looking at what we've got right now, realizing the idea of it and what we've actually got is one and the same. There's a lot of corruption here that we are dealing with, or we need to weed out this corruption or get rid of it. There's something about a corrupt individual that's trying to make monetary of others here. Finally, the Ace of Pentacles reverse. It's like we can only be happy and not have the monetary, or we can have the monetary and not be happy, but we can't have everything all at once, ever. It's like a seesaw that's got to go. It can never be level. And this is where that frustration is coming from. That's why your challenge is this, to just be happy happy and find the true contentment in the contentment by which you have and what you can build now. And what that really is for you. And really questioning that and really searching within with that. So you can answer these questions. Crowning the reading, hanging above it all, right there at the forefront for you, Leo, in that subconscious state, right there for you. The Knight of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords, another 10, another completion. So in the front of it all, in your subconscious there, you are meticulously, laboriously, methodically plotting away here. You're in it for the long haul, sweetie, and you always have been. And you're finally going to bring this bad bitch of a bugger home. And with that, you're going to bring a lot of security, a lot of groundingness, a lot of real foundational stuff. The 10 of Swords. Bringing in this very laborious task, gift, but it hasn't come in without sacrifice, Leo. It's come with great sacrifice. The 10 of Swords. It's left you mentally anguished, completely pained. It's left you with battle scars, flat out, not being able to go any further. Thank God this horse is about to come in because you are literally about to tap out. Down to the razor wire. But this horse will come in. Just don't tap out yet. The root of the reading, the foundation of it all, by which everything is rooted to, growing from, Leo. Okay, so these pentacles keep coming through. 6 of Wands clarified with the Queen of Pentacles reversed now. The root of it all is conquest, triumph, coming back and getting those accolades, the pat on the back, that respect, that camaraderie, but most of all that congratulatory cheers, matey. It's all about you, baby. It's like you've walked in the door and it's your 21st birthday all over again and everyone's just got a surprise. They're all there for you, sweetheart. And you're loving it, Leo. You're in your element here. It's like showtime. But the Queen of Pentacles reverse. This is someone that gets so caught up in all of that glitz and glamour. In the guest list. That they forget about what's truly important in life. Their responsibilities such as the home, their assets, their money. Don't get me wrong, the Queen of Pentacles reverse, she does have things she likes. She likes money, she likes herself, and she likes to spend money on herself. So this is not a woman that looks scraggly by any means. She has the best designer clothing. She gets around with the most expensive Remy hair, drives the most expensive car. Inside it may look like a trashed heap of half-eaten food crap, but this is a person that has the very best of things. Material things. But the things that really matter, the things that they really long for, have none of that. They fill this void with these objects. Want to craft themselves into something different. Trying to mask the pain with Prada again, are we? I know that don't make you feel very good for too long. In the past energy, we have another 6 coming through here. The 6 of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Cups reverse, the 5 of Cups coming through again, and the 7 of Wands reverse. Past energy, Leo. Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. At least from the outside's view it looked like that. I'm seeing, but then the reality of inside that space from what you see, excuse me, from the outside's view, is that needing to beg for that, being held to some sort of regard to that. Being to a lot more than just your equality to get that. Clarified by that Ace of Cups reverse. This left you very unfulfilled. The cup couldn't hold anything because it was fucking upside down. No sentiment, no fulfillment, and definitely no joy or happiness. Five of Cups, what it did leave you with was grief, loss, and regret. At the time you're just so grief-stricken in that past energy, you could have still moved forward and salvaged something from it, but you just couldn't. You couldn't see beyond the grief. Seven of Wands reversed, and because of this you were overrun. You lost your ground, your footing. You lost a lot. And you let others overrun you. You were never escaped, never got free. Caged. And cuffed. Your wings got clipped. Nothing like taking the legs away from a lion and its roar to break its spirit. Moving forward from that, synchronicities come back again. The Ace of Cups reversed again. Ten of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. Synchronicities coming back through again. Leo. Moving forward from that is a lot more unhappiness, a lot more unfulfillment, and a lot more questioning oneself as to why this is happening, why it's so clouded, we can't get this cup to fill. Ten of Pentacles reverse. Because we have no security. We have no solidarity or solidification here. Ten of Pentacles reverse is that of betting more than what one dares to bet and losing it all. Going in for a game of cards, putting the house deed up and realizing you lost every cent, including your savings and the fucking family home, all within 55 fucking minutes. It happens. This is massive loss of monetary and materialistic nature and money itself. The Knight of Pentacles reverse. Being dead in the water. State of invita. Can't go forward, can't go back, can't go anywhere. And being really worried. No security, no solidarity, no footing, no fuck all. Or put to listen. Or a shoulder to even give a shit to tell about it. Spirit's advice for Leo for the month of October. Queen of Wands reverse with the Four of Swords reverse. Spirit's advice is to say as you do. You mean well, you say all the right things, but can you really be counted on to follow through with that shit when it's needed, when it comes time to pass? No, you're being very irresponsible. You are lacking any follow through, putting word into action. You're fickle, you're flighty, and you're unreliable. And this may be feel that you're unattainable. Four Swords reverse, it's time to get out of this state of pulled back, respite, repose in your own head, to worry about your own shit, to not see beyond your fence line, to start seeing things outside your fence line and the world itself, Same with your fucking neighbours. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Don't go spying on your neighbours. Unless they're spying on you, then of course. I do not condone or promote. What you do is your own mental issues. Now, Four of Swords reverse though is coming forward in a very cautionary, guarded advancement, but moving forward still. Keep your fucking wits about you is what I want to say. Spirit is sort of saying you need to move forward here mentally, but you must be in a cautionary movement. Really think it through long before you make movement. But make the right movement. Say as you do. Follow through. Put your mental capabilities into that. Coming through with the thought and the words. Make it happen. Action. You bet my card then. I'm so excited, she's bending her shit. Bending it like a bird. Never. Another fucking 10. Got a few mages here now though. And about time, because there's been like, no mages till now. Outsider's view of you. Necessarily what's going on, it's just what they say. The Lover's reverse, Gemini's major. The Hanged Man, 10 of Wands. Outsider's view is of someone that has had very bad luck, especially in love and connection. Someone that has been maybe used, abused, got the rough end of the stick, always ends up paying a price, a really ultimate price. Never goes well in love for you, kid. But they see someone that's getting enlightened from this finally, the Hanged Man. Someone that's using this wisdom from all this experience and is going to start making the right choices and making sacrifices for the right things for them. First and foremost. 10 of Wands. This is not going to be an easy burden to carry. In fact, it's going to be so much more burdensome than what you really do realise. And the outside view is that of someone that is very burdened. Someone that just can't release these wands and may even be getting injured by them. These desires, these wants, these needs are much too much to bear. And the burden is starting to crush you under the weight of it all. This desire, this ambition, this perception, this cookie cutter crap that you need to fulfill so badly is actually crushing you. That's what the outside view is of you anyway. Hopes and fears now, Leo, October. Queen of Cups. The Tower. Hopes and fears, Leo, for October is being warm, invested, but also very intuitively guided, knowing things before they happen. Being involved while being also being unseen, being present without being noticed, playing a part in everything without anyone even seeing that you played a part. You're trying to orchestrate something here because you know what's coming. The Tower, everything is about to be washed away. Everything's about to change, and that's your biggest fear. Because even though you may not like the way things are right now, you know how to manage it. You know what cycles go through, and this is about to fuck all this up. It's going to break this system and bring in a new one, and that's what you fear the most. A system that's new, that may be worse. The outcome, and then don't forget we will go to part 2 from additional oracle messages and so on and so forth, so stay with me. The outcome for October, Leo placements. Another 10, the 10 of Cups, clarified by the Hermit in reverse, Virgo's Major Arcana, and the 9 of Cups. Look at that. 10 of Cups, Hermit reverse, 9 of Cups. Good way to end it. Finding that sentiment, that joy, that happiness, that fulfillment within the home, within the connections that you love, your children, your parents, your partner, maybe even your job. But it's finding true happiness in what really matters to you and realizing that you have a lot of it. The Hermit in reverse, I feel like the reason you were having such a problem finding this is not the fact it wasn't there, you had it all along. The problem was that you weren't following your own knowledge. You were too busy listening to everyone else's perspective or using them as a stability crutch instead of holding your own fucking self up when you had a cane in your hand. It's leaning on, listening to, and relying way too much on everyone else's perception, opinion, and even without knowing or actively making the decision to do so. That will fuck you up every time. Don't do that, because it has, and it will again. It does everyone. 9 of Cups, this is getting back to it. That I am enough, I am me, and I did it myself. Fuck you drinking all 9 cups and getting pissed all on my own, bitch. But it is. It's being completely chuffed with self, glamorized a little bit, egotistical a lot, drunk a little, but very, very, what's the word? Intoxicated by the glory and the gutsiness of self. I'm feeling pretty chuffed about that, because things are pretty good. You've got a lot to be thankful, happy, fulfilled with. And the fact that you found it and that you had it the whole time, you just needed to take the blinders off to actually see it, to really understand. Good for you, Leo. Massive life lesson just there. The fact that there's not that many majors in this reading really gives me hope, guys. That though there is some currents, here are some issues and needing to work through some stuff, that it is more an undertone of tying things up rather than a big, massive issue that's going to come left of field and completely discombobulate every procedure, motion, and idea that you have going on in October. There's going to be barely a rumble in that department of shock and awe. It's all going to be very as meticulously done as you've set it out to be. So Leo, I wish you the very, very best of luck with that. Give me a moment to clear the board, prepare, get out of the oracle, meditate, and pull cards. There's a good amount of time still to be done with our reading today, so if you need to, go have a toilet break, get yourself something to eat, get yourself a drink, fluff up your feet seat, and get yourself another cushion and blankie, because you may be with me for up to another half an hour yet, okay? I know, Leo, but we spent such little time together, so let's get ready to go again. Joy. I know you're excited, aren't you? Me too. Okay, Leo, we are going to pull your additional messages from October 2022 via Oracle as well as other inspirational decks. There's going to be a multitude of many, so grab yourself a coffee and biscuit, get comfy, we'll be here for a little longer yet. Okay, Leo, we're going to go through all of your additional messages now for October 2022. Okay, while I'm here doing this spiel, don't forget to leave a like, definitely share the content. Most importantly, if you've not done so already, see that big red button, subscribe button, push that one, thank you, and hit the notification bell to all. Okay, look at that beautiful sunshine today, Leo. Couldn't ask for better. Let's go through now. I've pulled from multiple different oracle decks, lots of different messages here. So here we go. I want to start with the 5 titanium fortune cards, because these have a storyline of their own, like a children's storybook. They're like reading a picture book. So quite easy to understand. It tells a story from a picture, basically. Leo, for your month of October additional message via the Titania cards, we had the fox, the owl, the snake, the man, the whip. I've got to be honest with you guys. Out of 5 cards, you pulled 4 extremely worrisome cards. The fox is probably one of the lesser of the few. It talks about someone being very cunning, someone not being very honest, someone being very sneaky, cunning, keeping their motives to themselves. Now this is either someone that you're dealing with, or this is aspects of yourself that you need to embody. So during the month of October, not divulging too much information. Be a little cunning, be a little sleuthy, be a little foxy. Always the one. The second card you pulled is the owl. Another slightly worrisome card, lesser degree but still. Like the owl's heard in the night. This talks about having a lot of fears, reading too much into things, letting your imagination run wild and getting caught up in the conspiracy theories rather than the hard cold facts and figures. Keep it fact and fiction. Fact and keep it to numbers and letters, people. Keep it to facts and fiction. Facts and figures. Okay, that's 4 times she that up in a row, and even though she tried to course correct, she still managed to plough straight into the pole again and again and again. Facts and figures, people. Facts and figures. I know, isn't that difficult to say on a Sunday morning? So it's a metaphorical fucking thing. Basically, it's an expression saying old wise bullshit, but still prevalent. Get out of your head. Stop worrying about shit that's in the dark and look for the real things in the daylight. Third card, extremely worrisome. This is a great way to start part 2 of it. The snake. Someone being sleuthy. Someone... Snake. These 3 cards here are extremely worrisome, just on their own without the other. Next to these 3 are huge, guys, huge. See, with that owl, there's this sense of unwarranted chatter, bullshit talk. Not buying into that ungoverned chatter, and that bird represents, with the owl, a sort of squawking noise. When you get the fox and the bird together like that, there's a sense of suggesting needing to be a little cunning yourself, your behaviour, or someone else's to you. It might be required here because of someone's chatter, talking, having fear. With that snake meaning on its own, let's look at that now, the third card. This card is almost the trickiest to establish because it demands, it be read by the cards next to it. It lends a lot to the story beside it as to the indication of the amount of deceit or where it's coming from. Whether it's someone close to you, or is it entirely... It's really entirely guided by the cards beside it, and with 2 worrying cards before that reach a lot of worry. But taken on its own, the snake warns of someone who may be charming but unreliable, also falls to your face. When it's next to more difficult cards, like that fox, for example, it definitely requires that you be cautious. You should not reveal your whole plan to anyone else, and it may even suggest you turn around and take a new path. Drop and run. And when you incorporate that with the owl, there's a sense of you needing a lot of wisdom to handle the awkwardness of this situation. The best advice with this card of the snake is, if it falls in your reading, especially with any regularity, is to remember that Speech is silver, but silence is golden. So hold your tongue a while. The next card to come through, like I said, was the man. Male influence after that snake. Masculine. Could be a love interest, could be a father figure. But either way, it often lends to someone that is a very gentleman-ish individual. It may mean love if you are a woman, and if other cards support it, but I don't see it. I see someone here that is very, very slippery, perhaps, because what comes in after the man is the final card, and it's a worrisome one. It's the whip, which talks about quarrels, strife. With the man, it could be an individual who is significant to you in some other way. If you are a man, this remains your signature card, perhaps. Maybe reflecting you. This card is neither happy nor sad. The man is neither. It takes its meaning entirely from surrounding cards, and they're all worrisome around this man. Because then we'll go to that next and final card, like I said, for the reading. And it's the worst of them all, but it's not the best either. Here, the whip is that of strife, quarrels, issues. With this individual, this is a card of strife, quarrels. It stands on its own for troubles and tensions. Cards beside it will specify the area in which the problems will arise with an individual. With the bird, you may be a victim of gossip. Remember that this card is reduced in severity if there was some sort of positiveness here, but there is none to be had. Someone being quite snakish, slitherish, keeping secrets, dishonest, cheating, I want to say, lying in life. It's going to cause massive disruption and disbursement and of this tie that you have with this individual. That's a massive warning. Funny thing is, you have the snake in that reading. Keep that in mind, because you're going to see another snake at the end of the reading, which is a very important card for you. I just realised then. Let's move to the next deck, because that was intense. Let's look at the romance angel relationship shit, shall we? Let's see what that's got to say. So the first card we have was children. Your love life is being affected by children. Isn't this everyone's life, if you've got kids, honestly? The second card was reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Third, getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other. The bond deepens. And fourth and final, you deserve love. You are lovable, Leo. Of course you are. Children, reconciliation, getting to know each other, you deserve love. A change after the times of change. Children maybe growing apart, separating. But having a reconciliation here, refinding each other into some degree. And then realising that's it. Maybe reblooming, reblossoming, getting to know each other, bring some depth into there. And realising that you are worthy of love, whether with this individual or not. You are lovable, likeable, you've got a lot of good qualities. You're a good catch, Leo. A good catch. Alright, let's get off to the little dark cards now that we all love and enjoy the Island Time Wellness. So the first card we had for Leo was talking. Interested, conversation more. Awaited message arrives, text, call, email. Hoovering. Talking a lot, wanting communication, maybe pushing it a little bit too much. Getting a little frustrated when it's not quick and, received back. The next card was sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. Or we're getting a little bit. Clean up. That's fucking heckling energy, that is. Wow. Didn't see that till now. Next card. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss will, glass half full is always a good thing, but this is very stalking energy, these two cards. Let's keep an eye on that. And fourth and final, photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. Make new memories, Leo. October is a perfect time. Bust out the camera or, start printing out the freaking photos you've got on your phones and your big bobbies. If it's on a memory card and a stick, if it's not easily accessible, if you can't hold it in your hand in a printed copy, get your ass down to a photo lab somewhere, click on Aunt Betsy's computer and start scanning and printing. And seriously, October, before the month's out, photos that you've got in the dusty recesses of your memory card, phone, or box under the bed, dust them out. Print them off. So you hold them in your hand. If they are printed, go and buy yourself a really cheap photo fucking album. Put them in and put them underneath your coffee table where it's accessible during the month of October when people are coming through and they can, have a good memories. Don't let them go dusty and be forgotten under the bed somewhere. Pull them out, dust them off, put them on display. Even if it's in the corner recess where the bookshelf is or something. Accessible but not necessarily in plain sight. Trust me. You're much better for it if you do. Let's go to the Wiccan Oracle now. And the first one we had was Tarot cards, guidance. I feel like guidance is going to be very rich for you this month, and I think you're going to take a lot from your readings for October. Watchtower of the South, summer. We're about to go into summer here in the southern hemisphere. Of course, in my northern counterparts, you are opposite to us, you're autumn at the moment. And finally, I love this, the Wiccan Read Ethos. Abide the Wiccan law we must, in perfect love and perfect trust. Harmony, fear no ill. If you don't know it, get to know it. In perfect love and perfect trust, 8 words that we can read, fulfill. Ye harm none, as do ye as will. If I never mind the rule of 3, what ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry we meet, and merry we part. And we all want to leave on good terms, always. So the tarot cards, Watchtower of the South, Summer, and the Wiccan Read, which is all about the Wiccan law. Don't do bad to others, and you don't have to worry about no fucking rule of 3, because there's nothing to come back to you. See my point? Keep that in mind. little piece of info for the back pocket. Finally, the Wicca, we had, for you, we picked a cardinal point of the compass, and your cardinal point was the card the East. The East is the place of enlightenment or awakening, symbolism that is understood in both Christian churches and Buddhist temples, where the altar is positioned in the East. The East is the triumph of rebirth over death, and it is the direction of the infant, new beginnings, fresh ideas, and inspiration. So the East. East is the direction to work with when seeking enlightenment or illumination, when beginning a new project, when looking for original ideas and inspiration, or when starting a new phase in life. That's very interesting. Inspirational messages now before we go to the last 3, which are full book meaning, oracles, your spirit animal, your angels for the month, and your royal messages. So your first inspirational message, Leo, you can't please everyone, don't you know it? When you've focused on living up to other people's standards, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness, but you have beautiful music inside you. Your flair is meant to be shared. Don't shrink to fit in or get approval. Instead, dump your need to please and just be your magnificent self. Accept yourself. While there's a time and a place for self-improvement, today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are in this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to appreciating today. So accept yourself, sweetheart. Accept compliments. Next time someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. Don't shrug it off, play it down, or reject the gift. You'd be denying yourself and the giver the opportunity to share in a moment of gratitude and love. Exercise your self-esteem and soak it in, superstar. Think of compliments as little confidence-building soul vitamins. You are worthy of praise. And finally, give each other space. Sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through that emotional thicket, or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. Alright, coffee, death stick, and then we'll do the last three where you get your oracle messages for the month. Find out which angels guide and assist you. You actually had three, you greedy little deuce. Angel, spirit, animal, which I found extremely interesting. Okay, Leo, we're going to go through those ones. Okay, Leo, before the chaos begins again, let's get these last ones done. So your first rune card is Ride Through, meaning journey or travel. Travel is the key theme for this rune card. When it appears in a casting, it indicates that an exciting journey is about to begin. This could be a physical journey, but it is far more likely to indicate an inner journey. The rune is associated with the right path being travelled, so this suggests that your focus should be on enjoying the ride rather than the actual destination. Live in the power of now, being so closely linked to forward momentum. This card could also indicate that if you are currently feeling stuck in your life, your stagnation is due to an unwillingness to look for answers within yourself. Things have got to a point in your life, nevertheless, when it will be more painful to remain where you are than to go on this essential journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Wow. It's like a wisdom with a warning. Charming. Okay, your second and last rune card for the month, Leo, of October. Ha-Go-Laws, meaning house stone or disruption. Ha-Go-Laws means how or stone and is closely associated with the unpredictability of nature, which can cause widespread disruption. Nature is a force we cannot tame despite our best efforts. This rune suggests that crisis is taking over in some area of your life, or at least threatening to take over. And there is little you can do about it but wait and see where the dust settles. Whatever disruption you are dealing with in your life is beyond your control, but what you can control is reaction to it. If you can be patient, stay detached and remain calm, you will weather the storm and may just find that the unwanted shake-up has given you an unexpected and liberating new perspective, insight or direction. It may also remind you that sometimes things happen in our lives that we cannot explain, but these things are amazing opportunities for personal awakening and growth. It's all what you make of it, how you look at it, how you move forward from it. Okay, first angel for the month, number 18. Number 18, Kara Angel. You ever received this card because your Kara Angel has heard your prayers about your current work situation. Are you considering a change in your career or having issues at a place of employment? Is there a work colleague who is causing disharmony in your life? Are you considering going for a promotion or changing your current place or position? Would you like to run your own business? Do you have an idea about a business venture and you need assistance from your Kara Angel? Are you considering undertaking study to change or enhance your current career path? Or do you need assistance and guidance with updating your resume? Do you need help with receiving a raise in salary or assistance with balancing work and play in life? If you've answered yes to any or all of these questions, then it is time to relax and know in your heart that everything is being taken care of by your angel. By surrendering your fears about your career to your angel, you will be surprised by what opportunities he sends your way. Your Kara Your career angel is currently healing any emotional work issues that are affecting you. He is actively guiding you into your life. He will help you to achieve these desired outcomes. For example, people may appear to assist you with networking. If you have doubted that you are able to change your career path, don't despair. Your career angel is helping you to follow the right path and course of action to begin your new career path today. Affirmation word for word is as follows. I surrender any worries that I have about my career path to my career angel. I feel safe in the knowledge that he will guide me in the direction I am meant to follow to improve my career. 18. Career angel. Next angel. Your second angel is number 24. Number 24, the angel of harmony for Leo. You have received this card because your angel of harmony has heard your prayers for assistance. There are times in your life when you can feel out of balance due to the stresses and demands you're experiencing daily, which can challenge all of your relationships. This can create disharmony within yourself and with those around you. Your angel wants you to feel at peace, though knowing that she's trying to resolve any disharmony you are experiencing with friends, loved ones, and co-workers during this time of disharmony. Acknowledge that your angel of harmony is assisting you from the spirit world to feel and see a positive outcome. Your angel of harmony is also healing any disharmony you may feel within inside yourself. It is important to remember that there are times when your natural balance is disturbed through issues that are of no fault of your own. Challenges can occur when important changes happen in life, and this can put you in a state of disharmony because you do not know what the outcome will be or what to do. Only think positive thoughts at this time and try and feel relaxed in the knowledge that the positive balance and harmony you wish to rediscover in your life is not far away. Be patient and allow your angel of harmony to take care of the rest. Affirmation for this angel is as follows. I accept the assistance my angel of harmony is giving me to help heal any disharmony that is present in my life. Beautiful. And the third and final angel, Leo, October 2022, is of course number 28, angel 28, the angel of fertility. Your angel of fertility is aware of your prayers for assistance. Your angel is here to assist with concerns about fertility. Are you trying to become pregnant, undergoing IVF, experiencing fertility issues, or wondering if the time is right to start a family? If so, your angel of fertility is assisting you with these challenges, questions, and worries that you are facing. If you are not personally experiencing fertility issues, you may have received this card to let you know of an impending pregnancy or birth for a family member or close friend. Your angel of fertility wants you to surrender your fears, impatience, or questions about the timing of a much-wanted pregnancy. Try to be as relaxed as possible and not to put too much pressure on yourself. Remember that everything happens within divine timing. Each little soul chooses its family and patiently awaits the timing of its arrival, just like we do here on Earth. Sorry, Leo, I'm going to leave that one there. The final piece of why. This is the most important. Remember how I said to keep that snake in mind? Your spirit animal for the month of October, your final card, is the rattlesnake from the lovely spirit animals. The experiences... The rattlesnake. The experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. The foundation for compassion is an awareness that suffering is a natural part of life, whether through the empathetic appreciation of another's being's pain or the experience of having suffered oneself, and which beings haven't at times felt the pain or sorrow that is an aspect of living on this planet. The deeper you go into the soul of another, the more you can feel what they feel, yet periodically maintain a certain distance or objectivity. A true healer must heal from the heart, no matter what technological, logistical, physical, or shamanic tools they use. The experiences that you're going through now or have just completed are all a preparation for you to open your heart to the suffering around you and do your part in alleviating it. You'll find that you're increasingly being asked to offer your time and energy to help heal others, including not only people but also animals, plant beings, tree people, and ultimately our Mother Earth. Some of this healing power will also go to mend the rifts that exist between races, ethnicities, and other species. You'll notice more and more how often your hands will spontaneously feel energized, experiencing it as heat or a tingling sensation. This is the power of spirit working through you. Allow it to guide you in whatever the focus of your healing is, whether simply placing a hand on the shoulder of a friend, or more extensively and directly involving yourself in another's being's welfare or in health. Associations with this card is initiation, healing, respect, transformation, resurrection, shedding, detachment, death, rebirth, sexuality, renewal, transmutation, clairsentiency, agility, wisdom, creativity, and primal energy. Thank you, Leo. That is your October 2022.